Daniel Jones got sacked 7 times. He's done. 18 times in 2 games. Brian Daboll, what are you doing? What have you done? How did you get scammed into paying Daniel Jones? Hello and welcome back to another mother and son post-game show for the New York Giants. Family bonding, and we're just going to get right into it, but we need you to do something for us. Mom, what is that?
Okay, everybody. We love that everybody that has been joining us this season has been subscribing. We need more of you to subscribe, all right? Please hit the subscribe button. I know you love us enough to subscribe. Also, comment. We love your comments. Lots of comments in the last episodes that we've been having this season. Please continue to do that. Please continue to do it even if you watch this a year from now. But most importantly, go ahead, hit the like. Those are always good. And the little bell so that you can get all the updates when they happen. All right, let's get into it.
The New York Giants are, I feel like I'm a broken record of saying this, but the offensive line is an atrocity. I'm tired of seeing, this is the first time Daniel Jones has gone down for a neck injury of all things. Anything involving his head aside from a concussion. This is very serious, a neck injury. He was sacked 17 times or 18 times, I believe, in the last 2 games. And on top of that, let's think about this. He was sacked 44 times last season. Before this game, he was sacked 22 times. How is it that in 4 games, obviously not including this one, in 4 games, we have equated half of the sacks that we have equated last season? In 4 games. And then you get into this game, it's another 7. What is going on with the offensive line? It is so bad. You look at them when they let people. I was watching the first drive. Why was every single defensive lineman from the Dolphins able to get into the backfield? Every single one. It looked like they just weren't even trying. It looked like they just kind of said, you know what, just go ahead. Just go ahead. I don't understand. We just basically wasted. We already wasted the $160 million on Daniel Jones, but now we really wasted it. Because if this neck injury turns out to be something serious and we just miss him for the remainder of the season, or even like 6 weeks, everybody needs to be fired. I still feel like we are suffering from Dave Gettleman's reign as the general manager. Because we wouldn't be in this mess if he never picked Daniel Jones. We never would be in this mess. Although Beckham Jr. probably would have still been here despite all the drama. Leonard Williams, I think, is the most non-existent big trade ever in NFL history. We traded for Odell Beckham, a franchise receiver at the time, for an alleged future franchise defensive end. The guy doesn't really do a lot. And I look at Josh Allen from the Jaguars, not Josh Allen the quarterback, Josh Allen the defensive end from the Jaguars. We literally could have got him instead of Daniel Jones. He has, up until this point since he's been in the league, he has more sacks than Leonard Williams has since he's been with the Giants. Again, a move that Dave Gettleman made. I could go on about all these other moves. I've been thinking about these moves. Every time we lose like this, I think about all the moves that Dave Gettleman made to get us to where we're at right now. And then now I'm thinking about all the moves that we've made since Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen have been here. And a lot of it really hasn't been that impressive. If you really look at it from black and white, all they did was take people from the Bills. We got some people through some budget scheming shit for linemen and people who from the practice squad. We literally got practice squad players from other teams and backups. People who are literally journeymen. So we got journeymen, and we got just people from the Bills. And then we somehow win and get into the playoffs last season. Because let's be honest, the schedule was not as competitive as it is this season. Because early on, this schedule was way more competitive. We get lucky. Let's be real here. After looking at how we've been playing, last year was a fluke. I'm just gonna say it right now. Everybody was right. We weren't supposed to be there. We had no business being anywhere at all. After looking at how we play right now, it's pathetic. That's the only word I can think of. We don't have any sort of energy. There's no actual confidence or any sort of actual optimism that you can have to think that the team is gonna do anything. Darren Waller, I know he performed great. I know some people are like, what do you mean Darren Waller had a good game? Who cares? Daniel Jones got sacked 7 times. He's done. 18 times in 2 games. Brian Daboll, what are you doing? What have you done? How did you get scammed into paying Daniel Jones? What did you see? Why is it that we got Darren Waller, a top 3 tight end in the league? This is the first time we've thrown to him more than 3 times. We get Jalen Hyatt, a deep ball threat, good at deep routes. Where's he been? I saw him on a drag route, wide open. In the beginning of the game, he was wide open on a drag route. But of course, Daniel Jones couldn't throw it. Why? Because the pocket collapsed. So he had to move. Andrew Thomas, I hate you. You're terrible. You're awful. You're a bum. You're a waste. Worst number 3 offensive lineman pick ever. Worst just number 3 pick period of all time in the first round. What have you done for this team? Everyone said you had a great season last year. What have you done? You're just as much as responsible for these 30 plus sacks in 5 games as everyone else. Number 1, because you're not healthy. You're always hurt. Why is it you always can't make it through the first 5 weeks? How are you a first round draft pick and you can't make it through the first 5 weeks? I don't get it. This Izadu guy, just throw him away. He's fucking terrible. Izadu's terrible. Bredesen, I'm tired of looking at him. They're all bad. All of them. They're all terrible. This is easily the worst offensive line in the NFL. Bottom tier.
It's true.
I mean, the sacks show for it. Literally 2 games ago, the Washington football team, or whatever the fuck their name is, they had the most sacks. We've eclipsed them by at least 10 in 2 games. And now we don't have our quarterback that we paid $160 million. You know Brian Daboll is going to get fired for this, right? It's going to happen.
Good.
Because Daniel Jones is going to be here for the next 3 years after this. Brian Daboll is going to get fired for paying him. If Daniel Jones is done for the rest of the season, Brian Daboll is fired. He's gone.
You're saying he would take the fall, even though the GM is the money man. Saying
who's the one that gave him who's the one that knows about the quarterbacks? Who's the one that coaches the quarterbacks? Who's the one that improved Daniel Jones's stats? So then Daniel Jones tells Brian Daboll, hey, look, I think you should pay me. And for some reason, Brian Daboll agreed and said to Joe Shane and everyone else, pay him. So because of this, he's the one that's going to probably take the fall for this, not Daniel Jones. Like I said, he's under contract for the next 3 to 4 years, whatever it is. It's 4 years, including this year. It's 3 after this. He's not going to leave. No one's going to want him. First of all, right now, no one's going to want that. No, he's going to be here. He ain't going anywhere. Brian Daboll, however, he could leave. They're not going to fire Joe Shane. And if they keep Brian Daboll, I mean, I need to see more from him. If this continues for the remainder of the season, no, he's done. So what do you have to say? I need to hear your opinion on it.
First off, this Giants team, this previously playoff Giants team, just got beat by freaking Milhouse from The Simpsons. Look at him. He looks like freaking Josh McDaniels, the coach of the Miami Dolphins, looks like freaking Milhouse. He doesn't look like he should be an NFL coach. We got run over, and we looked good at some point. I give them. They had some bright moments, but they dulled quickly with the other mistakes. Penna, who was responsible for the pick six, who got that and ran it in for us, right? Guy has slippery hands. I was just hoping he wouldn't drop it on his run to the end zone. He really hasn't been all that effective. What else can this team do but, like the Sun said, just to, throw everybody out, trash them, and start anew? There's nothing to save this season at this point. Tyrod Taylor, who, by the way, should have been put in the second half in the previous game.
Oh,
There's
absolutely.
no way that once Daniel Jones got hit as many times as he did in the first half, he should have, against Seattle, he 100% should have been benched for the rest of that game. And that would have saved this young man from, I think, taking the more brutal. I mean, it wouldn't have been as bad for him to get additional 7 to. And I can't even believe I'm trying to justify the 7 sacks, but at some point there is some coaching issues here.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? There's no way. If I think of these young men as my own son. I mean, and what would I do if it was my own son? I wouldn't want my son to be sacked as many times as Daniel Jones has been in the last 2 games.
$160 million, son.
Exactly. He's worth a lot. So you have to put Daboll on the chopping block for keeping Jones in both of these games until he got hurt and had to put out because of medical reasons.
Absolutely.
And I have Kayvon, my homeboy, behind me just for this episode because he showed up a little bit more today. He's been showing up. And it's hard for him to do what he did. And I don't know. By the way, the Sun and I did not plan this. We just both showed up with Kayvon related.
Was not planned at all.
It was not planned. I didn't discuss it with him. So we both felt the same way, but he's not going to stick around long enough to do anything else with the Giants.
He's going to want out.
Right. He's a good player. He should be somewhere else. There's no culture, and he wants a chance to win, and I want to be frank about this. When Tyrod Taylor went down, it looked like he was hurt. I was like, is our third string quarterback having to go in?
Not Tommy DeVito, Danny DeVito, whatever.
The guy's name is Tommy DeVito. He's from Jersey. We're from New Jersey, so we got to support. But I saw him play in training camp. He was all right. He wasn't bad. But I think he's only on the team because he's from Jersey, and the team plays in Jersey, although a New York team. But that's besides the fact. But I had that nervous moment. I was like, what the hell are we gonna do? If they were in New Jersey playing, because they played at MetLife Stadium, New Jersey, where I am, I always make the joke that maybe I need to go suit up and go out there and throw. I mean, I probably couldn't be any worse. They might even give me a little bit of a break because I'm a mother. In closing, I'm just going to say this. The New York Giants keep embarrassing themselves. They need to stop with any in-between game BS, talking smack to reporters. You're not in the position to do that. This team needs to focus. They need to hope they get a couple of more wins just so that they don't look like total schmucks, but maybe not. Maybe we just tank the whole season. I don't know. We've said it before. It just might be that time. Let's go for the draft picks and let's make some smart decisions going forward.
I got to add one more thing. Evan Neal.
Ugh.
You disgust me. for you just to go back and slap back at your fans for being upset at their first round draft pick for sucking as much as you do, stinking up the joint, letting the quarterback get sacked as much as he did. You're as much as fault as this for everybody else, including Andrew Thomas. I watched you today let Daniel Jones get sacked 2 out of those 7 times from your side of the ball, and you looked to the sideline as if you were waiting for somebody to take you out or something. Because you were just getting destroyed and exposed. My man, I really don't like you as much as a player anymore. You've been more of a disappointment than Andrew Thomas, which is really bad because Andrew Thomas can't even stay healthy. I don't know what happened with you. Shame on you for even, like I said, clapping back at everybody when they said that they don't like how you've been playing. They have every right to. Most of those people who are talking about you probably came to the game and paid to watch you play. They don't want to watch you. They don't want to pay to watch you stink up the joint. I don't. So you know what? This is what you deserve. To be honest, this is the karma for actually.
It is karma.
It's karma for talking back, telling people that all y'all do is flip burgers and hot dogs or whatever. Now you look like just a fool getting exposed. Maybe you should worry about yourself and worry about how you play and not other people. And then maybe they'll stop being mad. Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. The way he plays, at any time, that fool could be flipping burgers and hot dogs somewhere.
Absolutely.
His job is not guaranteed forever.
Yep.
This is the first team he's played for. He hasn't really shown that he should play for someone else. No. He may not get another job.
Right.
So that's why you should keep your mouth shut until you can deliver on.
Right. Exactly. If we were undefeated or if we had like 3, even if we were positive, shoot, I understand. Man, we're 1-4. Horrible. And you contributed to that. The offensive line stinks. I say this for the last 5-6 years. The offensive line stinks. Daniel Jones has set a bad offensive line his whole freaking career. I want to feel bad for him, but he never should have been picked at number 6 anyway. So I don't even know if I can feel bad for him. He wasn't supposed to be there. And he damn sure wasn't supposed to get paid no $160 million. So we're done. It's going to be a loss next week. I'm just letting you know right now. However many points, we'll see. I told you last week we're losing these next 2 games. We already lost this one. Just period. We're losing the next one. I don't know what to tell you. We're playing the Bills. It's over.
Yeah, there's no hope. There's no hope.
The next game that we may have a chance is the freaking Commanders, since they wanted to stink up the joint against the Chicago Bears. So I don't know, but look, we don't score like the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears actually can score. We can't score. So I don't know. In my opinion, I think we lose this game coming up as well, and the following game. I don't know. It more feels that way. So let us know what you think in the comment section. Make sure you like and subscribe as well. It's very important that you do that. Share this video with everyone. Road to 1,000 subscribers, please. You've already gotten us so many more from the last video. Please keep it up. We love you guys' support. It's really cool and really wholesome and humbling to see the channel grow, and it's just amazing. It's
Absolutely.
Just It's great. We love to support and appreciate everything you guys do. We hope to see you guys in our next video next week. Please just try your best to just get through this week and just be prepared for another loss. That's it. Don't try to get yourself into that false hope. Don't do it. It'll hurt more. I see you about to type in the comments that I'm being crazy. Stop it. No. Be realistic. All right. Take care, everybody.